Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is telling to the devotees, you are listening to my words. Try to assimilate them. When worldly people sit before a sadhu, for the time being, they completely hide all worldly thoughts and ideas. They hide. But once away from the holy man, they let them out again. They don't get rid of it. When they see holy man, they are withdrawn. Just like the tortoise withdraws its limbs and sits inside. They withdraw all that, and some blank person is sitting. And once they go out, again that personality is projected. As they went to the holy man, so they came out. But if they had listened, just dropping away whatever I am, I don't mind. Let me absorb something. Some good ideas, something good and great would have entered into them, which transforms the unconscious mind, which transforms the inner transformation it makes possible. So this changes, inner changes, totally is left to God. Just to open, it enters and go away. Don't hide, open. Just like when we expose some things to sunshine for preserving, suppose rice or paddy or wheat, almost 3 months, 6 months over. Now, if it kept closed, it may start giving some smell. They expose it to the sunshine. They spread a cloth and put that wheat on the cloth and expose it to exposure to sunshine. It again warms up, removes all the smell. It is deodorizing. It dries and see that the fungus or something is not there. And the wetness, small amount of wetness which it has acquired, goes away. And again in the evening, fill it back and keep inside. Like that, exposing. When they go to, let them not open up themselves to tell I am this, I am that, I have done this, that. Nothing necessary. Just keep the heart door open. Let the good ideas enter inside, assimilate them and go. It will make small opening if you give the holy scriptures. All the good and great will enter into you to destroy all that is bad and unwanted in your life. All the impurities, imperfections within, all will be eliminated just by exposing yourself. To enter, you need not expose to pour out yourself, but open up keep the door open for the good ideas to enter when you go to holy man. Just don't sit closing it. Let him tell anything. What is it to me? Like that. Just as if pretending to be listening and going away. No. Listen with open heart. Let the good ideas enter. How you expose yourself to the bad ideas, even in the cell phone, mobile cell phone. How many hours you spend in gaining what is unwanted and harmful. But once away from the holy man, they let them out. The same personality comes out. You have seen pigeon eating dried peas. You think he has digested them, but keeps them in his crop. You can feel them there. At dusk, put aside all the duties and pray to God. Don't leave. Once it is day is over, retire totally. It is called Arati. Arati is separation, withdrawing from the external world and engage in the internal world. Arati. Rati. It's apurvak ram dhatu ktin pratyaya. Rati. Rati, to remain engaged, to be one with the object. Now I am meditating to become meditation itself yourself. You are thinking deeply of something, you become that. You think you are a holy man, you become a holy man. And see how it, in our childhood days, we used to think of ghost. When the night comes, they used to tell some ghost stories for fun. And how clear the ghost stories would. In seeing outside in the dark becomes a fear. As if I am seeing a ghost there, with a shudder inside. Just hearing a ghost story and seeing outside through the window. Because I am becoming a person who is seeing actually how his state would be when he sees a ghost at night. That whole thing projects out. You are becoming that, a seer of ghost. Like that you must, when the things are over, be a devotee of God, thinking of God. Put aside all duties and pray to God. One is reminded of Him by darkness. Darkness says, now it is time to think of God. At the approach of darkness, one thinks, I could see everything a moment ago. Who has brought this change? Mussalmans put aside all activities and say their prayers at appointed times. Namaz they do at 5 times a day. They put aside wherever they are. They put aside and sit for their prayers. Maybe few minutes, doesn't matter. They drop away. Giving the example. Mukherjee, revered sir, is it good to practice japa? Master, yes. One attains God through japa. There was one Swami, one of the earlier presidents of Shantananda, used to always say, japa siddhi, japa siddhi. Don't leave repeating the name of God. Just by repeating the name of God, you'll realize God. Japa siddhi. Yes, one attains God through japa. By repeating the name of God, secretly and in solitude, one receives divine grace. Secretly. It is not for publishing. It must reach God alone by calling. All others need not know. The less you expose yourself, it is good. In solitude where nobody is there, you are alone. Maybe you are in bathroom. Maybe you are washing clothes and gone away to river. Somewhere you are alone. Call on God. Make yourself, you have a house, just go to the roof above. Just go inside the garden, you are alone. Just move to the parks. You are alone. Sit somewhere and call on God. Mukherjee sir, is it good to practice japa? Yes, one attains God through japa. By repeating the name of God secretly and in solitude, one receives divine grace. Divine grace is what covers or eliminates. Certain things cannot be eliminated, but it is kept covered in such a way it cannot interfere. As it grows, it dies away. Now, sometimes some plants under the certain plants, other weeds cannot be there. For example, vineyard. In vineyard, you should not find a single grass or no weeds any type. What they do is to cover the whole land with a sheet. Just cover it. No sunshine. No life there below. It is kept covered. When you open and see, nothing will be there. Or anywhere, even grass field or anything, just cover it all and keep in the edges some stones over. Take it out after a fortnight. You will see all plants have died because of no food. No food is in the earth, roots are in the earth. No food means because it cannot prepare food from what it gets from the earth. Sunshine is needed. So sunshine is not there, they die away slowly. Like that, God's grace covers all our dirt within till we wake up to the higher life. It may not be destroyed, but it is kept covered in such a way it dies away there itself, never to see the light again. This is called grace. God's grace descends upon them. Then comes His vision. His vision. Now everything is transformed. It has become gold. Suppose there is a big piece of timber lying under the water and fastened to the land with chain. By proceeding along the chain, link by link, you will at last touch the timber. A chain is put, usually in rivers and ponds you will see some timbers are made to put in the water for seasoning. So it is left there and chain is put so that it will not go away. Floods or the pravaha will not take away. So it will be lying. So you hold the chain, one by one link you go on holding. Like blind man, there is that log is there, you can go. He just holds the link by link by link and goes and sees he touches the timber. Like that timber, like that you walk, japa is constantly leading, holding the link and going towards God. Higher than worship is japa. Higher than japa is meditation. Higher than meditation is bhava. Bhava is ecstatic love of God. And higher than bhava is mahabhava and prema. Chaitanya Mahadeva had prema. Prema is ecstatic love of God in which he merges in God. He's like a sugar approaching water to get dissolved in it. Prema. I become one with God. I retain the separation to serve Him. It's called bhakti, not prema. It's called devotion. I am devoted to God. I retain the duality, I and you, and to serve Him. This is bhakti, devotion. Prema is where I want to become one with God. That ecstatic love which seeks oneness with God is called prema. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had now and then to become unconscious of the external world. Hazra entered the room. Master to Hazra, love God. When it is intense and spontaneous, is called raga bhakti, a passionate attachment for God. Raga bhakti means passionate attachment for God. Love of God, when it is intense and spontaneous, it's called raga bhakti. Vaidhi bhakti is formal devotion. How the scriptures say, sit and do this, that, rituals, this, and all this comes under the directives. Vidhi, Vaidhi bhakti, formal devotion, depends on spiritual injunctions. In scriptures, there are injunctions. You do this, you do this, take bath and sit on the, do achamana, and all this come under. It comes and goes. This bhakti comes and goes. The moment till they sit for worshipping and all, some amount of love and this one is expressed. Once they get up and go away to office and here, they are their own self, unaware of God's presence. Shiva, Raga Bhakti is like stone emblem of Shiva that has sprung up out of the balls of the earth. From earth it is called the Swayambhu Linga. Most of these lingas you see, they are taken, stone is taken and nicely dusted and given the shape of a linga. But some are naturally, it projects out to be in that shape. And they are the centers of spiritual emissions, from where spiritual vibrations start moving away, like fountain coming up in the somewhere amidst the stony region. Himalayas and all, we see springs coming out. Many places in the world, you can water spring is coming. It doesn't come everywhere. Some places it comes because of the reserve below. Water reserve is there below. It is coming out. It is not only there, it is under pressure that it comes out. Like that, it must come out of the soul, devotion. And the stone emblem that emerges out by itself is called Swayambhu. Raga Bhakti is like stone emblem of Shiva that has sprung out from the bowls of the earth. Raga Bhakti, just like stone coming out from this, like spring, the Swayambhu Linga emerges out from it grows like that. The Bhakti, it's from inside to outside. We practice, try to put the Bhakti from outside to inside, doing rituals. So many rituals we try to do and try to put love and devotion from outside. But I am putting efforts. I may be trying to awaken what is there inside, but my efforts are there. Raga Bhakti is spontaneous. Without efforts, with effort also you can make the Raga Bhakti come. Without effort also it may come. When it comes without efforts by itself, it's called Raga Bhakti, the love. One cannot find its root, where from it came. From deep inside it comes of yours, or where there is beyond the time and space. They say root goes as far as Banaras. Far away from the whole of length of the Indian continent is shown. Up to Banaras means foot of the Himalayas. Only an incarnation of God and his companions attain Raga Bhakti. Ishvara Kotis and incarnations, they get this Raga Bhakti. Spontaneously, love coming out for God. We cultivate. Hazra, me. Master, one day I was returning from the pine grove when I saw you telling your beads. To Hazra, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I saw you counting the beads. He lives here and still he practices japa with rosary. Whoever comes here, referring to himself, will have the spiritual consciousness awakened all at once. He won't have to bother much about japa. Ramakrishna is telling. Hazra is staying here and he is doing japa here because Lord himself is there in the form of Sri Ramakrishna. Here people coming, they spontaneously get that. They need not cultivate the habit of doing japa. Here Master is making it very clear. Mother, what a small-minded fellow he is. He is talking to Mother. I said to Divine Mother, oh Mother, what a small-minded fellow he is. He lives here, still practices japa with rosary. With rosary he is practicing japa. In the presence of God, God himself is there as Sri Ramakrishna. Whoever comes here, referring to himself, will have the spiritual consciousness awakened all at once. They need not do the japa. He won't have to bother much about japa. I will do the japa and awaken my spiritual. It need not be done. Go to Calcutta and you will find thousands telling their beads, even the prostitutes doing the japa. You can see if you go to Calcutta, so many people doing. Means, how much of sincerity is there, how much of dedication is there, how much of longing is there, how much of love they have for God. That counts more than the japa you do. To M, not that without all this love of God and all, if you do the japa, will it go in vain? No. But its effects will be very little. Now, candle has fire. Burning candle, you cannot keep your hand above. It burns. But you cannot cook food with a candle. It doesn't go waste. It heats the water if you keep under a vessel. How much time it will take for it to slowly, as much heat you are giving, it is dissipating, it is becoming cool down. Because its volume is so much and the supply of light heat is so small, a candle is burning. Like that, japa does produce some effect, not that it goes in vain, but desired effect to get, you must add love. Will have spiritual consciousness awakened. Please bring Naren here in a carriage to M. He is telling to M. Bring Naren here in carriage. I am making the same request to Mukherjee. I shall give Naren something to eat when he comes. It is like telling children, when child comes, I'll give him a chocolate. When he comes. There is great significance in feeding boys like him. It is pure heart which is untouched by the world. Feeding them is equal to feeding God. When you see the small children also, they are so pure and innocent. Till now, earlier, suppose 8 to 10 decades before, if you see, a person born is to remain innocent and pure up to the age of 5, 6, untouched by the world or worldly awarenesses. It is not so now. 2, 3 years, children already start gaining the worldly wisdom, worldly tendencies of possession, enjoyments. Very difficult to, but the original thing is that the children are innocent and pure. There is great significance in feeding them. Feeding them is equal to feeding God. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.